The domain of the Big Cats is evident throughout college football. Tigers, lions, wildcats, and cougars. The apex predator of the jungle or the mountains prowls this landscape, and when we get a pair of them together, claws will certainly fly. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars and LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the California Golden Bears, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the toss. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Welcome to Provo, Utah, LaVell Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the California Golden Bears taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And here he comes out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The offense will have to use will throw it. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's James.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, BYU. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Matt, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let him do the rest, right? Flip it to him. Let him get outside. Let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
First down for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And guys, with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
To the ground with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's James. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Brown will throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Unloads it left. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Cal. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. They want to go for back-to-back scores. They're lining up for the onside kick. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. He wants to take the top off. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Try to get it to the edge. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
BYU now into the red zone.
Griffin! Moves! 6-9-1, Gators mark!
Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. 3rd down play from the gun. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And defenses are way less concerned with yards nowadays. It's being great in the red zone, and boy, did they come up big. They create the turnover, return the INT all the way down the field, and set their offense up now with the red zone opportunity.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Wants to pass it. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Retzlaff. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it along the sideline. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin. It's a running room. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Slithers into space. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it in the middle, it's Ryan. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass, it's Retzlaff. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to, invite those guys to run upfield on a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
He slings it deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back has it. Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Retzlaff. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Golden Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Martin. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any combinations.
Snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Brown will throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here they're trying to get to the edge. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Power football with the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 8 over Hawaii. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Brown will throw it quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Golden Bears are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. The sure hands, it's James. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof. You start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter, but now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Martin. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Grab near the marker. It's Retzlaff. Touchdown, Cougar! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the Jets, and is gone.
Gets it out quickly. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Brown wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Bounced off his feet.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
The play action fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block.
Fourth quarter, who's going to come through? How about the special teams unit tying this football game?
And this team knew how dangerous this guy was returning the ball. They did not want to punt to him very often, but that time, not enough hang time. Cover guys not getting downfield quick enough. You just got to make one guy miss, and then he is off to the races all the way for a touchdown.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Brown will throw it. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Really good pickup on second down there, leaves them with 3rd and 2. And the Golden Bears in the hurry up. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Back to pass, it's Retzlaff. That's caught, it's Ryan. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Fakes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Brown wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And inside
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
And the sticky fingers makes that two-point conversion decision a good one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Quickly complete. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to pass on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.